This is it. Welcome to the Cannabis Coffee Hour with your host, me, Rob Cantrell, coming to you live. Once again, we are back to win. Welcome to another episode of the Cannabis Coffee Hour, 179, coming to you live from the park. I'm sitting on a bench, it's green, I'm in the bushes. No, it's this part of Prospect Park in Brooklyn. It's a little bit hidden away. I found these like 4 or 5 ovals, and there's benches all around them. But the only thing I sat down, I saw like a Rasta dude here yesterday. I was like, oh, that might be a good place to post up and do a solo podcast, hit a little herb. That guy thinks he knows what's happening. And then I came over here, and it's beautiful, but there is some crime tape taped to the bench. So there may have been a murder here in the last few weeks, but it's rough out there in the city. But it's also getting super legalized with cannabis. And I do think a couple things I wanted to connect the dots on with the legalization in New York. I've been doing this podcast for maybe 2 years now. And it was a little bit suspect, because New York isn't super legal about doing it and keeping it consistent. But now, the more and more I'm looking at it and seeing it from a bigger view, like New York I read this article about the New York State is going all in with cannabis, and it's not just because they never really had a super medical market. They had a CBD market, and there's tons of farmland. But right now, they issued 207 farms up north, upstate, as they say around here. That means like up in Woodstock, or they say upstate, but it's, New York's just like any other state. There's just a bunch of little towns all the way up. Some are cute, some are run down, some are posh, some are upper class. Some are a little more run down than others, but it is a lot of farmland. Ooh, I'm having a nice, man, I was gonna go to this coffee, but I guess to hit that point a little bit, they're growing herb for the first time legally, like actual THC cannabis, marijuana, legally in New York State, upstate. It's happening like right now. The article showed all these like budding plants, and now this is like fields and fields and fields of cannabis, and this is going to hit the market. So this is just an exciting time for this podcast. I do love doing the solo ones. It helps me sample and talk it out a little bit. And my interviewing style is good. I can't say I'm the best. And some people I vibe with, and some people I don't. So it's always a give and take. So sometimes it's nice after like a long week just to be able to do one podcast and do a solo one. But right now this is like the coffee truck I wanted to go to closed up. So fuck them. So I had to go to I was in the park, so I knew this coffee truck was there, but then the coffee truck wasn't there, so I just grabbed a Snapple tea. But this is a peach tea, naturally flavored. Everybody's going organic, everybody's going au natural. Everybody knows the deal. The body is a temple, and I'm not talking religion or anything. I'm just saying it's like that's your reality machine is your body, and you really do. The older you get, you're like, oh, what's going on around here? But I got this organic, nice peach tea, and it's just a hot day. It's in the park. There's bees around, but I picked up some some of the best cannabis in Brooklyn right now. I have to say is Mr. Nice Guy's dispensary. If you go check them out, it's on it's on a donation process. I wish them all the best of luck. They're doing great. Their cannabis is I don't know if there's anything better out there because they're all Californians, and it's just like, it's until New York starts growing and starts, supplying these stores. I think there's a window right now for the supply chain, as they say, for the demand to be brought in legally from other places that are accounted for. So I just know this is like, last week I had some San Fernando Valley OG, which was amazing. And then this is Lemon Haze, Super Lemon Haze, which I love, which was actually a strain that is close to me. Super Lemon Haze was the winner of the Cannabis Cup when I was in Amsterdam in 2007 when I performed. And it was from one of the best like coffee shops in Amsterdam. Is called the Greenhouse. And the Greenhouse, I think its name is Arjun. They're like these seed hunters, cannabis hunters. They find the best strains in the world. They take it very, very serious, and they've been doing it forever. It's super scientific in terms of the evolution of, like really good cannabis. So that happened. Is Super Lemon Haze was like the first strain that I had in Amsterdam. That in Headband is another great strain. But this is Super Lemon Haze. This is like an award-winning sativa. So this is not in the couch. This is more, more about the creative and figuring it out. But we got park vibes. The park is like a little like right before I came up here, I was just like this serious traffic jam and people screaming, and there was even a siren and shit. But and then you get out here and it's just like pure nature. Not pure nature because there is some police tape here. There may have been a murder on this bench, but right now it's safe. It's just this great like little spot that I found in the park that I absolutely fucking love. But let's try some of this cannabis. But I got the perfect nook. I may start doing because I've checked out this park a lot. And I got my sandals on, just these big leather sandals. I got my board shorts that are kind of look like shorts, but they're kind of swim trunks. Then I got my plain white t-shirt, shout out to the Migos. And it's just the perfect day to have a bowl in the park. And that's kind of what I'm having. I'm just having a bowl of Super Lemon Haze, which is like literally in Amsterdam, that was like the number one. But I have been working, shout out to everybody that came out to the show at Littlefield. That was a lot of fun. Shout out to Mookie, shout out to Liz Mealy, shout out to Reggie Conquest. I need to get it. But all those guys, Mookie has been on the show. Liz and Reggie have not been on the show, but I'll get them on. The thing about these podcasts is they keep on flowing, and I got a ton of friends. But I also, people shake people down to do podcasts. I don't want to do it too much, and I love doing these solo ones. And I have to say, this Super Lemon Haze, it's kind of like it's good when you immediately want to pack another bowl. Which I do. It tasted just so good. And it goes great with this this peach tea. Yeah. Super Lemon Haze is definitely, I would say, one of my favorite of all time. Mr. Nice Guys had the, a lot of times people say they got the goods, but this is the goods. So I'll just put that down there, my bowl, for a minute and vibe out with you guys. And this week I haven't been really stretching. I've been stretching, I've been doing some pull-ups, I've been walking, but just laying low. I've started watching The Wire. I'm one of those people, I haven't seen The Wire yet all the way through. I saw the first episode and I was into it, but then I fell asleep. But I'm gonna get to it, I think, tonight. But it seems like, there's a lot of COVID out there, so it's like, I'm kind of dodging it a little bit. That's what I love about doing this podcast, even the solo ones, is like, if I'm not going out and doing stand-up shows, I can at least try to, entertain my stoned guests here on the podcast and talk about how good Snapple Peach Tea is. Because I do like when you can go low end or high end. Like, one part of the scenario would be like, for this podcast, would be, we're gonna have the finest coffee and the finest weed. But I don't find life is like that. Sometimes it's like I literally have the best office in the world right here. I'm in the park. The sun is perfect. It's hot, but not too hot. I have some shade. Nobody's bothering me. I can't see anybody. All I see is trees and blue sky. There is some movement, and there's like a major path behind me, but nobody's around really. But you hear faint cars in the distance, and then I think that's a canary. He's going to sing like a canary. That's some jailhouse talk there. But the Snapple tea, the peach tea, is great. And the thing is, it's a plastic container, but you can recycle that. And you can also recycle glass. I think about recycling all the time, but sometimes you mess up. And I think that idea of perfectionism and that idea of environmental, perfectionism sometimes can mess with your, just day-to-day psyche. So you got to be, I will recycle this and throw this away in the proper trash can. But I guess I think about the planet. I think what I really been thinking about is going to the park and picking up the garbage. But because I do like when those 3-prong things, like you pick up things with, like I do like simple tasks. That's the thing about cannabis is like doing super simple tasks or doing something that just occupies your time. It's a great way to get by. If you ever had any landscaping jobs, you know what I'm talking about, which I have had. I got fired from a landscaping job. The guy said I was too lazy. I moved too slow. I remember this. That was funny. And then I got a job at a restaurant after that. And after that, I just started working in restaurants. That was in Nags Head, North Carolina. I worked for this like awful landscaping company, and he was just known to be just like the hardest landscaping company to work for. And I did not make it. I got fired from that gig. And then I was sitting in a park right now. 51 years old. No, I'm not 50 yet. But getting fired or losing jobs, changes are always good. Even the rough ones. You gotta, things keep moving on, like this podcast. And there is gonna be some changes. I may start just doing the audio version of this for a while, and it may be solo, just to work the kinks out and get the tempo and the pace. But man, I can't tell you, like I'm trying to think of things to talk about, but at the same time, it's so beautiful out here. Like nobody's been cutting the grass, but it's kind of nasty too at the same time. So it's like there is some garbage around here, and I picked up a little bit of garbage, but I didn't want to catch anything. And then I started seeing all the police tape around. And then I was like, all right, this might be an all right place to do a podcast. But it is beautiful. Like, the butterfly just flew by, and then all these bees just flew by. And a lot of things is like what you put into your brain, and then how it reflects on that. I have written down here, you can't have it all because you already have it all. You really want peace. Unity, love. Yeah, I doodle and do a lot of rap lyrics when I write my things to do list and when I write my comedy. I am trying to get a little bit more discipline on doing a writing project and writing more every day, and I am, and I'm getting, it's just like working out the podcast and then this and then that, but at the same time you just got to trust your energy and go with what you feel. And what I feel like right now is feeling how good this park is, and to be outside. That's the trippy thing. I really am outside right now. When they say, yo, I'm outside, no, I am outside. I'm in the park, taping, blowing one-hitters in Brooklyn, talking about peaches, talking about peach tea, Snapple tea. This isn't even the glass bottle. It's the future. I remember when Snapple was a small company, when it was the independent company and had jokes under each cap. You've got great taste, that's what it says. Oh, real fact. This is a real fact. And this is a Snapple. Here's a Snapple, real fact. 458, number 458. Fresh cranberries can be bounced like a rubber ball. Whoa. So somebody's bouncing fruit is what they're talking about. It's so wild that these things still have jokes underneath them. And I never knew cranberries had such a bounce to them. And so that's a new fact I just learned. So if you're ever bouncing, if you're ever in a basketball game and you ever want to play basketball or foursquare really bad and all you got is some cranberries, then you can go right to it. Right when I was reading that fact, there was a little park vibe, this crew of, I wouldn't say teenagers, 20-somethings, but they were hipster to the core. There was one girl that had a shaved head. She was going full 11, Stranger Things. I haven't watched I saw the first season, but years ago, I guess it was now. But I don't remember all of it. I remember being kind of creepy and shot well, soundtrack's dope, story good. But I do want to watch more of it. Stranger Things is kind of taken over. There's like an amusement park, Stranger Things, in downtown New York right now. You can go there and just fucking Stranger Things, get strange. Dude, we're getting strange here in the park just sitting on this bench. Life is strange. When you're a stranger. Things that happen when you're down, when you're strange. People can't remember your name. When you're strange, when you're strange. There's a few flies around. But the Doors, man. I wasn't a full Jim Morrison freak, but that was a good movie. Val Kilmer did a great job. I wouldn't mind watching that movie again. But the Doors was a great band. the vibe. They had just had a couple joints that were just like, a couple songs that were just jams, you know, that were absolute legendary rock jams. The sound. Some dude writing poetry, long hair, in California, gets picked up, fucking signs a record deal. Come on, baby, light my fire. But they don't make it long. That's what's scary about the whole thing. Like, I always love rock and roll and Rolling Stone magazine and the idea of having a band and being an independent artist. But there's an ego trip that's happening at the same time that's so legendary. And you see it. And you see it play out in everything, in every form right now. From politics to music, beyond, you know, it's like sports, life. There's a bird in the background, there's a bus, and then there's a baby way out. It's park vibes here. People are walking around chilling. But I can't see anybody. This is this total chill little pocket. But I wouldn't mind cleaning it up a little bit. But the whole park is a little shaggy. But that's like the park rangers. I mean, as a job, comedian is the number one thing, and I want to write and produce and podcast and all of that. But working at the park wouldn't be that bad. Mowing these lawns up, getting it nice and fit. Right now it's looking but there was all this crazy rain, and it's just like immediately hot. They might have the lawnmowers here in the morning. But I like I said, it's kind of got this cool vibe. Here comes a butterfly coming through, just flipping along. Sometimes you really gotta do lay back and relax and let life happen. Especially now. Man, you get soaked up with all this stuff that's happening, and then I think because I'm on social media and stuff like that, is like it reverberates through the entertainment industry, so you just, you know, you see it 20-fold. But I think everybody's, you know, on Instagram. Well, not as much as probably comedians, you know. So I try to lay off of it. Kind of want to have my own vibe, my own pace. And right now, everything's like, take it slow, walk it off, keep it moving, wash your hands, wash your ass. Be nice, get some sleep, drink some water, do some shows. There's a plane, but I don't want to travel right now because, you know, it's just like I heard the flights are getting canceled left and wrong. So I wouldn't mind doing some little shows around. I will. But like I said, I do have this writing project that I need to focus in on and work out. There's these crazy flies everywhere. I'm finishing. It's like beautiful and crazy and not. It's kind of like how life is right now, like people coming out of COVID. Like, a lot of it's like, you know, your awareness and what exactly you're picking up on and what you're vibing on. But I do know, like, coming back to the moment, and that's what I keep on kind of doing with this podcast. I keep on coming back to the moment, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm being recorded. So dude, I got to prepare some material, get some stuff together. I do want to make some more music. That's the only thing, is like, music does like take my anxiety off, I think is what it is. And that's another way to get through menial tasks. One of my favorite ways to like do the dishes is like putting on some headphones and rocking out. And then just knocking out some dishes, like you're, just like you're killing a drum solo. All life is just constantly cleaning. You're always constantly cleaning and taking dumps and pissing and getting mad and forgiving and sleeping and trying to stay healthy. That's the gig. That's what's so nice about cannabis becoming legal. Hopefully, like the thing I read was like it makes people kinder. It was in High Times magazine, so take it with a grain of salt. But no, it said like a studies, and I have been around High Times. I mean, they do some propaganda. They're definitely down for the weed, but at the same time, like they're fair. Like when I was there, it's like kind of intelligent. A lot of stoners are intelligent. Got crazy fucking biplanes coming over here, shooting down, trying to knock me out during this interview with a bush. Yeah, the plane was low. You don't want to be in the air today, man. You want to be in the park, chilling here with me on the podcast, the Cannabis Coffee Hour. Like and subscribe. But what was I talking about? We were getting into it. Oh yeah, how cannabis makes you more empathetic and kinder. And I have to say that's true, but also false. Because I've seen it go both ways, I guess. There's like the, kind of the badass stoner. Because the thing about weed is like a lot of rebels, and because it's illegal. That's the thing I do like it being legal. And getting regulated and properly cultivated to maximize, It seems like some really smart people are involved in the movement of cannabis being legal, and there's money in it. And it's just, a growing thing, and it seems to be, smarter and more empathetic people. Maybe the emails are a little late. But no, that's a stereotype that, people don't want to put forth. I mean, I'm pretty good with this podcast. It's been going 179 consistently. Sometimes I hit it on Friday. I don't do it, super religiously, but I try to give you, once a week, I'm going to sample some good herb. Right now, I'm going to have in some great Snapple tea with funny jokes on the bottom of the cap. A lot funnier than some of the things I've said on this podcast. There's a crazy millipede, man. Oh shit. A little mini one. But it's got like thousands of legs. Like that shit's going on. Look at that drama that's going on. That bug's got 1,000 legs and just cruising around the earth. Like the whole thing about size and matter and time. That's what I was thinking about. Is that like there's human laws, and then there's just like laws of nature, and they're completely different. So, I think but the laws of nature are going to definitely happen, is what usually happens. other people rolled in. But yeah, I've just been trying to get my material together and get back out on the road safely and book some dates. Check out my website. Well, there's no dates up there now, but I'm putting some together. There's some other cats here in the park blazing up. Actually, I think I know them, but I won't go over there. I was thinking, what was I going with? Oh yeah, I'm finishing the Mel Brooks book, which is pretty sick. I haven't finished it, and I am going to send him an email asking him to be on the Cannabis Coffee Hour and maybe Zoom with me in the park. But I haven't finished the book yet, so I thought it might be rude to hit him up or DM when I haven't finished it. I'm down to the last ones, but he talks about producing the film The Fly, and it's sick. That's like Jeff Goldblum's like breakout film. Oh, here's a crazy New York squirrel with a nut. Oh wow. He is not afraid of me. But yeah, as soon as I finish that book, I'll send out an email or, maybe a DM. Try to get Mel Brooks on the Cannabis Coffee Hour. You never know. And then hopefully I'll stick to trying to read a book a month. I definitely think everybody needs to get a little bit off the devices and get back into nature, as I'm in nature podcasting with you right now, which is a total catch-22. It's such a good day here in the park. There was like bikes everywhere weaving in and out. I don't do my bike in New York. I don't trust it. Even though in the park it does look safe. And I do think I need to do something a little bit more active. But I have been getting my 10,000 steps and doing my pull-ups. But yeah, bikes in New York are insane. I don't think I could pull it off. My attention span is a little like off. Because in New York you just gotta be always on. I do drive, so I try not to be stoned driving. I'm definitely not stoned when I'm driving in New York. But, a bike, I like walking. I don't mind being stoned walking around. That helps out. It's definitely like park vibes here. Like there's people around, so I feel like, but I made this, I knew that was like kind of the gig with this podcast, was because everybody just talks into their phone all the time. Like people even got those earbud things. Like people, I just don't have those earbud things in. So I got this thing. So I still get self-conscious podcasting in public, but you just got to get over it and talk about the birds. and yeah, sometimes you got random people walking through. But 4th of July is coming up, and yeah, fireworks galore. When I was driving through Pennsylvania, coming back from those Joe Parra gigs, I was pulled into this Dunkin' Donuts, but then there was like this super fireworks store, and it had a giant gorilla. It had an inflatable giant gorilla, but it was like a double warehouse of fireworks. So people were getting psyched. The whole idea of fireworks I don't get anymore, and I don't even like them. I guess I kind of like, they're kind of cool to look at. Yeah, I guess I like the big display ones at the beach, just because, it's just kind of cool to hang out and check them out. But just buying black cats and bottle rockets and then firing them off. But when you're 12, that's the shit. But right now, who wants to fucking throw mini explosives around? Especially people are so freaked out. Instead of fireworks, they should just blow huge clouds of weed smoke up in the air for 4th of July and then shoot lasers through the weed smoke and have it bounce everywhere and play Jimi Hendrix's Star Spangled Banner for everybody. Yeah, the whole Fly movie, there's just flies, so I'm checking them out. The whole Fly movie is creepy, but brilliant. And it's kind of the written novel, The Metamorphosis, which is like, I think there's like a metamorphosis going on with some people out there these days. Not a good metaphor. Yeah, people are turning into actual flies. I don't know. I'm just still trying to keep my heart open and live in the moment and forgive and, kind of move forward in that direction. But I do love the smell of suntan lotion. And I do love folding chairs. 4th of July is cool because I do like this hot weather. This is good smoking weed weather. This is good hangout weather. I like it hot because I don't like to move fast. I do like to move slow, as anybody has seen my comedy career. So I like it hot. I like it when it's hot because I move slow. And that kind of works with me. So I love 4th of July. I love America. But there's a lot of funky stuff going on out there. But I do think cannabis is a way of just being, kinder and more empathetic, and especially coming out of the pandemic. But I do know that people trip on it, so you gotta watch it with the mental. But for the physical wise, I have been doing like hemp seed powder for my protein, for my shakes, along with peanut butter. And it gives it an extra kick, man. That's like 3 extra grams of protein with my shake in the morning. And it's amazing. I highly recommend, cannabis seed. What is it? What is that? Hemp seed. Yeah, I guess it's just hemp powder. But yeah, I put that in my shake every morning. So I do think with legalization, it's just going to be opening up. The parks are going to get more cleaner. Because the thing about stoners, they are environmentally conscious. It's hard to, you're smoking weed all day. It's hard not to love the planet. Because it's the plant. Plant matters. Everybody's on a plant-based diet. Everybody I know is on a plant-based diet. Not everybody, but a lot of people. I know I've just been skipping a lot of meat lately, man. A lot. But I just think that's just the wear and tear of how, I've lived over the years. I don't know if it's for everybody. I don't drink alcohol. I just like herb and coffee. And I really like this Snapple peach tea. It tastes amazing. This day's amazing. And the Super Lemon Haze is an amazing strain. I have written down here, did the FBI kill the ODB? And owning a fireworks store is weird. Like I'm not, like right now I'm not even, I was trying to think like, even though I'm high I might want a cinnamon bun, but it's so nice out, I don't even want a cinnamon bun right now. It's just like literally, beautiful, beautiful day. Very cool bird just flew by me, literally like a foot. I'm definitely in thick green foliage right now. But I love doing this podcast. I love hanging out with you guys. Check out the YouTube is really, Google it on YouTube and subscribe to that channel, because I think we're going to do a lot more. I'm going to start working on that YouTube a little bit more, because there's some great videos up there. I do have like the full Joe Pera original up there, and I have Neil Fallon from Clutch, and I got Doug Benson, and just some really classic episodes up there. So I'm going to put it out a little bit more. So I'm definitely like going to concentrate on that YouTube station. So check that out. Definitely going to be making some more beats. Definitely going to be emailing Mel Brooks or DMing his publicist somehow. And I'm definitely psyched about today. And just doing this podcast, doing another cool solo episode where I could talk about things that I'm into, smoke a little bit of herb, and do it in a work fashion as well. I'm creating content. I'm learning how to do this. We're all learning how to do this as we go on into the future. But I really would like one of those 3-prong pickup trash things. Like, they should have those around. I should have them around. People should just be picking up this trash. I thought like they could give out free weed for people that picked up trash. That would be cool. All right, that's it. Peace, one love.
Discovering truth is not a question of intelligence. It's intelligence, no intellectual ability or intellectual intelligence at all. Because if it were, there's so many people with really sharp intellects, They have such skill at comprehending or going to the point. So if that was all that it took, there'd be many Buddhas who came to the intellectual artery or vein, but it's not like that. Discovering truth is not a question of intelligence. It's intelligence, no intellectual ability